Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now we're going to cover the back nine of the Big Top Tournament. Rookie division, everything's done. I feel good about it. Both of my accounts moving on to the final round, so I should be able to get you a really good final round content to hopefully get you into the top of the standings. Alright, you know the drill. If you're not a subscriber, please become one. That would be awesome. And secondly, if you like my content, take a moment to hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. Hole number one. Hole number one, more tailwind. We'll take that. So we're going to play the same drive as we have all tournament. 6 top, 1 bar, a side spin to the left. We're putting the yellow ring right there in the corner of that fairway. And we're using the rough to roll out. Again, lower level extra miles. You're going to have to use a little bit of OP. But we've got very favorable winds in the opening round, so that means you know the headwind is coming next round. There we go. That's all we're looking to do. Now, shot number 2. I want to play with the thorn, but I can't. All right, I got too much distance on the drive, unfortunately. We can't go with that shot. We can't adjust our rings. We don't want to go with that much backspin anyways. So super important here that you know this. If you're playing with the thorn, you're going to play at minus 10% at minimum. If you're like me and you have to play with the wedge, you're going to play at 10% at max. So yes, one club plays negative elevation, the other club plays positive elevation. We need to remember that. On my other account, the one that I was minus 16 at the turn, I played my wedge at minus 10% and I miss it to the left-hand side. You see here, I played it 10% and I still barely dropped it on the left-hand side. So you could even add, an extra 5 or 10% to that shot if you're playing with the wedge and get that shot more center to pin. But I wanted to note that, just make sure that you understand that if you're taking it with the thorn, minus elevation. If you're taking it with the wedge, positive elevation. All right. Hole number 2, 10% at max. We're going to be playing the Navigator. 1 bar of side spin to the right combined with 3 bars of backspin. Here, you'll take note of our landing position. I've got my yellow ring right there on the rough line. There's that second bounce. Well, not the second bounce, but there's the bounce into the dark green square. So if we take a look at the hole, we're playing 1, 2, 3. 3 dark green squares down and to the left of the hole. Looks like that my last bounce is almost coming through the bottom left-hand corner of that dark green square. It is a little bit right of that, okay? It's not exactly in that corner of the dark green square. It is a little bit to the right. Here we make our pool. And we do get a perfect ball. Unfortunately, we miss this one to the right. So what do we need to do? One thing that we know we need to do right off the bat is we need to move this target over to the left. So instead of playing right there, why don't we go ahead and try to aim in the bottom right-hand corner of the light green square? So I'm playing in the dark green square. Let's move this over to the bottom corner of the light green square. All right, that's what I would do to try to get hole number 2 to drop. Hole number 3, again, very favorable wind in the opening round. I have a feeling that Rookie Division final round is going to be very difficult when it comes to wind angles. But here, same thing. We're going to be going with a 10% pull. I did pick up the Albatross on this hole. I picked it up on the front 9 and the back 9, which was kind of cool. We're going with Overpower. That's not full OP, but it is full curl to the left. Again, we definitely prefer a perfect ball or a great left rather than a great right. But we get great yardage here, and then we're going to go for shot number 2, which is played 0% at max, full backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the left. Same thing here. I'm putting my ball guideline just barely to the right-hand side of the flag stick. So you see my flag stick and my ball guideline are almost touching, but not quite. I make a 0% pull at maximum distance of the club. Perfect ball. And we do come down this slope very nicely, and we just catch the left edge of the cup for the albatross. Fun hole to play for sure. One of my favorite shots to take in the game. All right, hole number 4, 10% at mid. I'm going to talk you through a little trick here I think you can do to try to get this ball in the hole. I wish I had one more crack at it. First thing I want you to do is I want you to go 3.8 top, and then I want you to find this spot right here. I want you to find that spot, okay? Just like that. Look at the ball guideline, favoring the right-hand side of the cup. Kind of take a look at where my rings are placed so you get the right spot, because again, if you aim on the wrong spot of this rough, you could hit that fairway glitch and you get that really nasty speed roll. You don't want to do that. But after you find this spot, what I want you to do is I want you to apply like 0.2 bars of side spin to the left, but keep your top spin the same, okay? So make sure you keep your top spin the same, but after you find this spot, I want you to add left side spin, 0.2 bars. This might be a good shot to take to practice because, again, I'm guessing on what we need to do to get this ball to drop. But I did keep missing to the right. And after I thought about it, I thought, well, you know, what if we find our landing spot and then we apply the left side spin? I think that will get this ball in the hole. Now, of course, not every single time, but I do think it's going to get some of you there. Because you see here, I just missed to the right-hand side, and I think we need about 0.2 left side spin, okay? I don't care what your ball guideline looks like after you apply the spin. It's just important you apply the top spin first, find the spot, and then apply the left side spin. And then don't worry about what your ball guideline looks like after that, okay? Again, take one to practice just to make sure, but as long as you line up correctly and as long as you hit perfect, you're going to be in the hole or you're going to be close, just like I am. All right, hole number 5. Hole number 5, I'm really upset with myself about. I do believe I messed this one up on both my accounts. I picked up a birdie on both, and this is too good of an eagle hole to do that. Here, I'm going to go with this shot over the rough again, and the reason that I'm doing that is because, you know, the bounce over shot, you can hit the water, and I had a few people send me a couple shots on Messenger to where they hit a great ball and they go into the water. So I do feel like maybe in rookie, this is the safer play for everybody. We are going to use a Kingmaker just because of the headwind, and we are going to go with 1 top, 1 bar side spin to the right. You see here I back my target up a little bit so that I can flip the camera around and 100% adjust my rings accurately. Now we get a perfect ball, which is good. The drive is all good. All right, sweet. Now, shot number 2, 10% at mid. We're going to play with our backspin here. 2 bars of back, putting the ball guideline through the hole, just like that. And then here, yeah, I hit a great ball to the right, so of course, we're just going to barely miss this thing to the right. Very, very frustrating. That's one where if we hit perfect, that ball goes into the hole, you know, more times than not. So, missed opportunity for me on hole number 5, and I do hope that you pick it up. Hole number 6, pretty easy. Very, very easy wind here. Katana ball is all we need. Full top. 2 bars of side spin to the right. If you're playing with an extra mile 9, let's keep this thing at only 6 bars of top spin. You don't want that tailwind pushing you into the rough at the top there. Here we make our adjustment. We have to zoom in really, really far in order to keep the trees out of our way. Or, of course, you could flip the camera around and push your rings instead of pull. But here we hit a perfect ball. We drive this thing really nicely up the fairway. See how far up we get? That's why I say if you're playing with an extra mile 9, do not go full topspin. Here we have a 0% shot at minimum distance looking for the albatross. 3 bars of side spin to the right combined with 1.8 bars of topspin. And then here I wiggle my target around until I find a nice little ball guideline just like that. Now, take a look at the ball guideline. It is a pin high, but not enough, okay? It's just not enough here. I make my adjustment. You know, I pull this one 4 rings in 4.5 mile per hour wind, which I believe is 0% at mid. I take a normal shot. I do hit a perfect ball, but you're going to see here that, you know, maybe we just catch too much of that fringe and we just roll down, and we miss this one by about 1.5 green squares short. Now that's okay. This is a tough albatross. You know, we're going to take the eagle all day and then move on to hole number 7. But we do know that there is an albatross opportunity on this hole. You're going to have to aim more pin high, maybe more top spin. But that's one that's going to be tough for me to tell you exactly what to do. But, you know, you can kind of see the shot there. All right, hole number 7. Again, this is very, very favorable wind. So we're going to go 6 bars at top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. Again, same thing if you're playing with an extra mile 9. Do not go full top spin. You don't need it. You're just going to go here with some overpower with about, 1 ball of curl to the right. I even hit a great left shot, and the shot is still okay. We go from fairway to fairway easily. And we roll up very nicely, leaving us for the same type of shot that we played on the front 9, which is going to be with that thorn. 0% at mid. I do apply 1 bar of side spin to the left here, and about 2.3 bars of backspin. What I'm looking to do is make sure that my ball guideline is nicely developed through the pin. That's going to be important because we are taking a shot in headwind. It looks like I switched it to 2.1 back. So remember, here we have to apply that side spin because the green slopes from left to right. So typically when we miss this shot, we miss it to the right-hand side of the pin, which is why we apply the left side spin. Even with the left side spin here, look at that. Barely sneak it into the cup for an eagle. So you could apply a little bit more left side spin and keep the, the target the same with the ball guideline going through the pin, or you could offset to the left-hand side a little bit. But there's your eagle on hole number 7. Hole number 8, we do pick up a hole-in-one. I feel like I have a really good landing spot here on this hole. We're going to go 1 bar of side spin to the right, combined with 3 bars of backspin, and we are using a navigator ball. The landing position is going to be pretty easily to replicate here. The blue ring is sorted by the rough line, but there is a little bit of separation between the blue ring and the rough, okay? And then all you're looking to do is aim right here. I'll show you, because I think I move it over just a tad. Yep. I rimmed this one out on my other account. It rolled around the cup to the right, so I knew I just had to go a smidge over. So there's your landing spot right there. That's where we're aiming. Do your best to take a look at green squares. Do your best to take a look at bounces here. But you can see here we do have an offset to the left-hand side of the pin. Now this is only 2.2 mile per hour wind. Very, very lucky as far as that wind goes. We might need to, in higher winds, we may need to move this one over a little bit to the left even more. This would be a good opportunity if you're having a great round and you want a huge tiebreaker score to take this shot to practice because you may get hit with higher wind. But if you take a look at this one, we do sneak this one in pretty much almost dead center for a hole-in-one. And that's going to take us to hole number 9. I keep saying this, hole number 9, extremely favorable wind. So here we go again. We're going to put the yellow ring on the rough with our rock. We're going 1 bar of top spin combined with 2 bars of side spin to the left. Do not accidentally power your shot. Do not use more top spin. We're also using 1/2 of a ball of curl to the left-hand side. We get that nice shot here. As you can see, we don't need more top spin and we do not need to overpower the shot. We're going to get, again, very nice wind here on shot number 2. Any type of tailwind on this hole, we're going to take it. We're going to go with the big dog. We're going to go full top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. We're playing in between these big trees right here. We move our target over to the left so that we can properly adjust our rings here. A little bit more than 1/2 a ball of curl to the right is what I use, and you're going to see here we hit this rough and we rolled out very nicely, stopping right here on the fringe, making this a very, very simple chip in for your eagle. Hey, that's it. I will see you for the final round. I hope you like this. If you'd like to show me some love and give me a tip like you would your favorite waiter, waitress, or bartender, it would be awesome if you have the means to do so. The link to my PayPal is in the comments below. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, you can check that out in the description there as well. Please subscribe, please hit the thumbs up, and really let me know how you're doing in the comments. I love hearing from everybody. I will talk to you later. Thanks.